gonna start off. And I know a couple weeks ago we had a Justyn Ross catch, and a lot of our viewers weren't really thrilled with your response to it because they thought you were gonna to have the same in all reaction.
Really? Oh, yeah.
Everyone's like, oh, well, that's such an easy. Oh, JD thinks it's such an easy catch. Oh, yeah, I'd love to see other receivers. I've never seen any other receivers do something like that before. But I was like, well, we're also not behind the curtain. We don't see what happens in practice a lot of the time. We think we see everything, but we don't. So with that, another rookie receiver kind of made not a viral video, but a video that's gone pretty far so far online. Skyy Moore. So Skyy Moore had this amazing catch going down in Texas, working out with Patrick Mahomes. He wasn't a part of the crew earlier on the offseason that worked out with Mahomes because he wasn't drafted yet from the team. So he's now doing one-on-one with Patrick, and he caught this amazing ball. What's it? Arms extended. I mean, he's pretty much all out there for the ball. You can see the video. It's kind of a far view, but then I guess there was a person there a photographer taking photos and literally got the whole catch. And it's like, man, like full on extension. So I want to ask you, what are your thoughts on Skyy Moore, working out with Patrick, doing one-on-one time as a rook, and then also that catch? And what does that tell you about Skyy?
I tell you what, to me, anytime that you're able to have your quarterback throw balls to you, you got to take advantage of it. And so them be able to get put this thing together where he's throwing all the routes that he's going to be seeing, getting the detail from the top guy. That can be underestimated. The impact it can make to going into training camp and also for the season. And so I think it's going to be you'll look at the more time you have to kind of work with the guy, you'll start looking at the contribution he's going to be able to make. And the reason we drafted Skyy Moore, and I think it's really the point, is because of his work ethic, about his, catching range, his talent. His name always kept coming up about being a top receiver. And so what his skill set fits entirely well with what we do offensively. And so Patrick's able to, bring that rapport with him. Like you said, he wasn't able to have him, with it early on a couple months ago, but now this is just going to be just a big advantage for the Chiefs, to be honest with you. And so Skyy Moore, man, he's going to get all that work. I'm sure a couple other guys will be down there with him, but a young guy like that, a rookie, to build that chemistry and a rapport, you just can't underestimate what that means, really, to Patrick and what it will mean for the Chiefs. And so when you start looking at kind of the depth chart, and here's the problem with what we had dealing with before was Skyy Moore was hurt. He was nicked up. He had like was it hamstring pull, like a little tweak or something that he had?
Yeah, something.
So he couldn't really showcase what he could do. And I know he wanted to be out there on the field, but he had to take the mental reps. And I'm sure he's listening to everything, taking it all in, watching the veteran guys do it. And so it's like, look, now my turn. And so if he got Patrick all to himself, well, like I said, he could just kind of be as selfish as you want to, man. Take it all in. It's just that's wonderful. That's wonderful for him. Believe me. Like I said, because he just didn't have that like during the camps, the OTAs and, the mini camps. Mm-hmm. So yeah, man, anytime you have that, man, take advantage of it.
How do you grade that catch compared to the Justyn Ross catch from a couple of weeks ago?
Hey, the same, Justyn Ross catch was absolutely, it was better, no doubt about it, right? But Skyy Moore, like these guys, this is what you draft guys like that for. That's going to be what they are supposed to do. That's how they're supposed to catch the football. Mm-hmm. And so Skyy Moore, who caught, was it 94 balls? I mean, we know he's sure-handed. Mm-hmm. That right there in itself is going to put us, as far as, what you can do with the offense better than you did last year with guys having sure hands. And Skyy Moore is one of those guys that, he's going to develop. It's going to take some time. And I'm glad he's getting his time in this work now. But one thing, he's going to be able to do, he's going to be able to catch the football. He's going to be able to run great routes. And so him having that range, and everybody talked about the range that he had, catch range. And you see him just extend out, like guys that doing things like that, man, quarterbacks are going to fall in love. Pat's falling in love right now with Skyy, what he can do and how he's catching the football. That's good.
And I noticed one thing about it. He wasn't wearing gloves in that in that clip. He wasn't wearing gloves, and it's still because in the clip you couldn't see he wasn't wearing gloves or not. But then the still shot of it, you see this hands, and that's impressive.
Even better. It's even better. And we have to wear gloves. I think my first couple of years in the league, of course, to get cold, you want to wear gloves, but sometimes you just want to feel the ball and just squeeze it. That's what you want to be able to do. Feel the little bumps on it when it comes in and just catching it. Yeah. And just right there, you just strengthening that grip, the hands are just feeling it like you want to, so.
Lick the fingertips.
Lick the fingertips, man. And just, you just want that. You just want that. So if he's catching the ball like that, the ball was coming in full velocity. I know he is slinging that thing.
It was. That was a rocket.
Yeah, he's bringing heat and he's catching it like that with gloves. Oh man, it's gonna be tons easier. Yeah. So, yeah, man, that's that to me. I love seeing things like that. But rating the catch, that's still 7, 8, whatever. Justin Ross was that's 8 or 9 and 10. But that's what we got these guys. 100%. That's what they're supposed to do.
Yep. Do you get Steve Smith vibes from him? Because one of our subscribers had commented saying that they kind of reminds him of Steve Smith a little bit, Skyy Moore.
Too early.
Yeah. Yeah.
Too early. Okay. Hey, look, I learned a long time. Look, I'm not going to use somebody else's name. Okay. Potential Hall of Famer with a guy who just now, just get out there to practice. But if you want just comparison, okay, body type, sure. Would he have the tenacity? Maybe. It's something to be seen. So yeah, hopefully he'll turn out like Steve Smith. That's what I want to see.
That's like a ceiling comparison. That's like,
yeah, I mean, right. I mean, you looking at his body type and all those things. Oh, he reminds me of Steve. Okay. Yeah. I hope it turns out that way. And if we start throwing the ball to him, we start making some plays, hey, Steve Smith was a beast out there, man. Animal.
Yeah.
Yeah. He didn't care how big he was. And he was bringing it to you. So,
yeah. I mean, he played with a chip on his shoulder consistently till the end.
But Skyy he got a lot of talent. He's got a ton of talent. That's why we took him, So, hey, man, shoot, I'm looking for this guy to contribute a lot this year. I think he's going to be one of those guys that's going to be like a surprising, a pleasant surprise more so, right? Because we're looking at, MVS and, of course, Juju and, Harbin. Skyy could come in and just start lighting the field up.
Yeah.
And if Patrick start falling in love with this guy, saying, hey, man, this guy's got sure hands, he runs great routes, he's got a great, catch radius to him, I'm going to be looking for this guy.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's good.
Well, I saw and you could see how natural the pass catcher he is. I know it's the box drill, but there was a clip during mandatory minicamp where they did the box drill, and they were coming out of the brace, catching the ball, coming out of the brace, catching the ball.
Yeah,
he just looked like a natural pass catcher. I mean, obviously these guys are professionals in pass catching, right? But it just looks so clean and nice. Him and Josh Gordon stood out the most in that drill. Just how easy they made it look and smooth they made it look. That's what I took away from it. I don't know if you saw that clip.
I did. It was crisp. You see things like that, just crispy. Like, okay, this is doesn't really have a whole lot of wasted movement and action.
Yep.
He just stuck it, came back. It was easy for him. And so a guy like that, and I'm just looking at his highlights, you can see a lot of that in the games that he was running.
Yeah.
So man, that'll get a guy open, it'll make guys miss. But yeah, man, that small area that he could put his foot down and come out to break, it's perfect. It's good.
It's polished. It doesn't look like a rookie. That's a good way of it. It doesn't look like a rookie. Like in that box, he didn't look like a rook.
Right. Yeah, I mean, he's comfortable. He's comfortable running certain things, and you do something like this where sometimes what you do have is a lot of wasted movement, and somebody's saying like, "Hey, man, you got to do a little bit more of this," and coaches are like coaching you up.
Yeah.
Sure, they see a guy like this, like, "Oh, shoot, he's got it. He's already have it." You know, and all you keep doing is just keep praising him and like, "Hey, man, it's a good job. Good route. And I think I heard the dude was like, "Oh man, that's a good route. Good catch."
Yep.
So yeah. So somebody's liking it. I like it. I think everybody that seen it was liking it. So
you're a big fantasy guy. How high would you draft him in a league this year? Obviously, you're not gonna draft him in the early rounds stuff, but like, are you gonna take a flyer on him? Like,
I don't know.
We just have too many mouths to feed. It's tough.
It's tough, man. It's tough, and that's always the thing when you're dealing with this, because every week it'd be somebody new, right? 1 week, MVS might go after like eight catches for whatever, 100-something yards, and then Juju might do it, and then it could be Skyy, then be Hardman and Travis. And I mean, I think that's the beauty of what we are going to be watching this year with the Chiefs offense, man. I just think each and every week, whoever's out there could literally blow it up. Seriously. So hopefully, man, we're talking this and bringing it to fruition, Marcus. We're talking about it right now, man. So week in and week out, we're going to see numbers just climbing. So, yeah.
We said last week, there's a potential of 5 to 6 guys that have 700 yards plus on this, on as far as our pass catchers.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. No doubt about it.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out the best clips from Chief Concerns. And if you prefer to listen to the show, subscribe and follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and anywhere else you get podcasts.